with that in mind, whatever I decide to do with a corporation, knowing how, especially if you know, like it's a McDonald's or RB's, huge companies, you know what you're getting into, which means you have to also show up with the big guns. Don't show up, yourself. While they come, the same big McDonald's that has more money than you will still show up in the meetings with multiple counsel, lawyers, while you come by yourself with one person. Like, no, you match their power. If you come to that meeting, right, match their power so that way, whatever it is that you want to present, your artistry or your or the things that you, whatever you're working, your talent, that you're getting what you're worth, because
Mhm.
it is going to be like that. It's not going to stop, but you have to know thyself, trust yourself, but then come with people to match the kind of power they have at that table, because they called you for a reason. If you're not worth that, why did they call you into that room to give you that opportunity? So you have
Yeah.
to come prepared. Be prepared and don't be afraid. Don't be so eager to sign, because
Mhm.
there's a reason they called you into that room. And we are so brilliant as a people that we should now start working in that space and not be afraid. That's how I feel. Not be afraid to ask for what we deserve, because we know that as a people want to emulate us over and over again. But if we don't remember that, knowing ourselves, then we keep losing. And then we look back and say, well, I should have, would have. Well, you know who you are. Go out there and ask for what you deserve.
Yeah. Amen. Lala, one of the slides talked about how most people don't know their publishing rights. And you have a lot of new artists coming in and signing these 360 deals that are terrible. What can they do? Like what kind of advocacy is out there to support them, or what can they do to avoid those pitfalls of signing those deals that ensure that they have no ownership? I talked to Warren G, and Warren G essentially saved Def Jam. Right, Def Jam was on the brink of bankruptcy, and the first time I talked to him, he was saying that he was trying to get his publishing because they own his publishing. And he said he basically bought them back from the brink of bankruptcy, but they won't give him his publishing. And so he's been fighting for that. But that's like a lot of young artists. Remember, Diddy had given back publishing to all of his artists after he had like ran it out, right after there was nothing left. So for these young people getting into the business, what can they do? How do they avoid this?
Well, we have to remember we're even talking about older artists such as Ray Charles was able to negotiate his rights. Little Richard was not. This is why Little Richard was working all the way well into his 90s, because he did not own those. However, the Beach Boys, baby, got all of that because they knew how to do it. It's definitely down not party lines, but definitely culturally. A lot of times we're willing to take the scraps that they want to offer us without knowing that what we say, what I stand by, they want everything but the struggle. Okay, so they think and just assume that you are going to be naive enough to take those 2 carrots instead of the one, and be happy with it. Now, listen, if you're going to be an artist, you need to know a little bit about your artistry. And nobody said you have to be a thorough, got to know it inside out, got to go get an attorney and my own law degree. No,